Testing audio, testing audio. One, two, 1, 2. Pressure here. What's 2? It should be good. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Okay, audio sounds a little jumbled, so we're going to reset our microphone. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. That sounds better. So we're going to work on the ravine here, mend our tools. All right, so we wanted to do some work here right away, but our tools are just going to need more work, so we're going to have to apologize and yeah, that'd be quicker. It's that or do a lot of hello traffic one, how's it going? How's your Tuesday and any Minecraft projects you're working on? So we're gonna go mend our tools. We might work up our village near here so we have something to trade, or maybe even work up Inkwood. So that we can trade like the bank in Haven's End and get experience and emeralds out of it. Oh, nice. Is it a like theme server? You're working on any special projects there? I'm playing on a realm. It's just me on the realm, but it is a realm so that we can play cross device. I play on PC, Chromebook, Switch, and mobile. Ooh, Castle, a good, always a good project. Very Minecraft fitting. This is one of our projects here. This is Overmorrow, so this is our city at spawn. The wall is kind of part of it and also its own thing, so it's going to extend from horizon to horizon, kind of a perpetual project. So we're just framing out the part that's in Overmorrow for now, but whenever we need a break from building and just need to do something, we can always work on the wall. Because thank you for the like there. Missed who that was, but thank you. Where do we want to go? I think we have a bed over here. And we are live on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. Trying to get to 300 followers on TikTok and an affiliate on Twitch. On the castle idea, I don't think we don't have any castles per se planned. Although in Inkwood, the place that we started off, we're going to have a portal there that will go through. Well, thank you for the follow, Travik1. To a controlled tunnel through the nether, and will take us to a library, 15,000 blocks away. The library is going to be at least as big as Overmorrow here, 500 to 750 blocks square, give or take. And that will probably be a little bit more resemblance of a castle. We want to kind of tone back the gray and make it more colorful and work in like more of the bookshelves, chisel bookshelves, and things that might be in the books. But probably have a little bit of that medieval castle feel to it, or a twist on that. But as far as projects we currently have Overmorrow. So it's a half circle, 513 blocks in diameter. Inkwood, where we started, so surrounded by a ravine that goes down to bedrock on 3 sides and a large lake in the back. We have Haven's End, which is a 1,000 by 1,000 city in the nether. We're at the foundation stage, so we have about 800,000 slabs laid down, so we need to finish the rest of that and then clear the netherrack above that. We have the Garden Temple, which is a bedrock to build height in the overworld of a step pyramid. We have Barter's Bay. We have the Gold Temple. We need to build out the Oasis cities. That's something that we're planning. And I think we're going to plan some kind of water build, like some kind of water city, not quite an Atlantis, but something a little bit smaller. And then some kind of I'll call it a magical forest, but I'm trying to kind of tone back the magic a little bit, because we want to include that into a story that we're trying to tell. So I'm probably going to spend 5 or 10 minutes here just kind of talking about some of our projects and trying to follow chat as much as you can if anybody has questions or about the world or story or streaming, anything in that arena. But we'll spend 5 or 10 minutes here mending the tools so we can do more work on the ravine. We have about 40 or so minutes before we need to work on some other projects. A little bit of a later start, but we are streaming every day while we're able to. And once we hit our streaming goals, the 300 or affiliate, then we're going to try to squeeze in 2-hour days at least twice a week, so more than likely weekends. But go for there. Oh, well, thank you for joining in, Traffic Cone. Have a good day. So during the week, we will stream every day for now. Eventually, we might have to cut that back to 2 or 3 days and in the evening Pacific time. Unless we get a sudden surge of success, so who knows what could happen, but we'll see. But we'll keep that going, and we'll tinker away and grind away and get all these projects built. Oh yeah, we have the library as well too. So the library is going to be a large project. Welcome in, I Love Pepsi. How's it going? And Anime World, welcome back. Yeah, I think our, yes, all of our armor is healed, so how's it going? How's the Tuesday? watching any new animes. But all the experience should be going to our tool, and I don't think we'll top up all of our tools, but I do want to get the shovel at least mostly into the yellow, and our silk touch pickaxe mostly into the yellow, and then we can go back, and then we can top them up later. And we're at day 498, so we were off by a day. It won't be Wednesday, but Thursday we'll likely do a world tour. Yeah, I haven't watched as much lately, sadly, but I do watch whenever I can. I like some of the classics, the Robotex, Bleach, One Punch, One Piece. What is it? Blue Exorcist, Food Wars. What else am I missing? Oh, Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail's one I watched a lot of. Dragon Ball Z. I got to meet got Shamo, Goku once, and got to meet what's his name? Colleen Pinkbeard, who was also on Case Closed, so I like that as well, and Shermie Lee. I got to meet a few of the voice actors for some of those. I used to go to some of the conventions a little more often. Ooh. I would say Case Closed and Bleach are probably the bigger ones that kind of pulled me in, and I started watching more anime from those. There's some those kind of came after, like Inspector Gadget and Pole Position, which I guess aren't really anime as much, but kind of the evolution of that. So yeah, I'd go with Bleach and Case Closed. How about me? What are some of your, like, top 5 animes? Yeah, always looking for kind of new ones to try out. I kind of like Bleach was like a deep story. Then I like the sillier ones like One Punch, One Piece, and then Case Closed and Food Wars have that story mystery and with a touch of learning involved. Although, yeah, I have some of the DVDs for Case Closed. I don't get to watch it as much though, because I have like one season and then a couple of the movies. But I haven't been able to buy the whole set digitally to watch, and I think Funimation lost access to it. But I did finish the, what was it, season 2 or 3, whatever the latest season was of 1,000-Year Blood War on Bleach. So, progress. where it's one of the things I wish I could see a little easier on Bedrock. I like the visual indicator with the color, but I also wish if like somehow moving to the tool in your inventory or somehow give you a indication of what the durability, the current durability related to the maximum durability. I mean, you can look up the potential block breakage of the tool on the wiki, I guess, because it's not a one-for-one, like a percentage of how many times it takes a durability hit. And I think mobs take a durability hit as well. But just knowing the current durability would be good. Okay, so I think that's pretty good there. I think we're going to do our pickaxe now, because we'll probably only be able to get through one layer over at Inkwood, so we'll focus on that now, so we have a little more time to work on that, or a little more durability to work on that. Oh, we had Joel Duggan and Scotsman that off. Scotsman. So like Scotsman streaming Minecraft over on Twitch. Joel is done, but Joel has looking up Joel Duggan across social media, but you can find he works on the Citadel and Minecraft and then a few other games on Twitch. Does the Citadel Cafe podcast. And is part of the Spawn Chunks podcast as well. So recommend all of those if you're interested in Minecraft content. The Spawn Chunks is worth it. More movie and entertainment discussions. You can check out the Citadel Cafe. And if you want to get an artist's eye on making the world feel more real in Minecraft, you can check out their Minecraft plays. I think they only stream on Twitch, but he does post some to TikTok as well. Oh, welcome back, Anime World. So what were your like top 3, 5 animes that you like? Always curious if there's any that I'm not aware of that I might want to check out. And yeah, I used to watch everything that was on Toonami. I think if more people watched and they got a bigger budget, then I might go back to it. I also have, I guess it's Crunchyroll now. It was Funimation got rolled into that. That's what I used to have. I'd watch a variety of things there. But our current projects are the Minecraft here, which this world is updated every 6 months. So actually the end of this month, early July, we'll take a backup of this and put it on GitLab. So if anyone wants to use it, they can. Then trying to work on, call it a journal entry from the, call it the builder, but ET character that I've how did zombies come about? Why are there cows in the world? Kind of a less serious kind of approach, but another story to go with the world, and then trying to create a unique story of my own creation, and then build that world in Minecraft. So that's where Overmorrow and Inkwood come from. But the journal will be more about, you know, where sniffers came from, why they're there, why things that are built the way they are that aren't part of the novel story. So they'll exist kind of in the same literal realm, real world realm. But within this world, we also have it divided into 10 realms. Oh, I forgot about that. There we go. So we do have some... We have some rotten flesh that we could trade and probably get some experience for. Let's trade these shovels. I think, what's our time? Yeah, we spent a good amount of time here, so I think we'll collect our... Oop. Okay. We're gonna go as far down as we can. Okay. Yeah, and you see the look here. We're trying to kind of round the ceiling, kind of give it a little more character, not be just straight square tunnels. So we're kind of doing a pass here and there on some of these functional projects. So a hallway here, a little road there. If it's not a major build, then we lay down kind of the functional framing for it, and then we kind of decorate it here and there as we have time and as we feel like inspired for what we want that to look like. Same thing with when we're going over at Inkwood. There's some tunnels that go into the ocean that are part of our caravan tunnel. Oop. Oop. 57. Ooh. He does not want to trade today. Oh. And oh, maybe we should go over to... I think we're... Here we got enough, we can do a little bit. A little bit of work. So we'll go get some more rockets and then go back over to Inkwood. I want to get a little work done today. But, yeah, I think Mojang really needs to either say what all of their plans are or leave things alone, like villager trading, because either forcing everybody to play one playstyle, which then you need to explain that so people aren't buying the game under false pretense, or you know, stop the idea of or stop that idea. Oh wait, it's over here. One of these. Okay. Oh, we should probably take some of these over. We have paper. We have some paper, so let's do some paper and some gunpowder. Yeah. Because taking down like the hero of the village. There was something with that. I got nerfed, and it doesn't really make sense unless you're trying to force a particular play style. It's even a time in, time out kind of thing is forcing a particular play style, and I can understand that more so in like a traditional RPG. However, in a game like Minecraft where you're playing long term, or might be playing long term, you're disproportionately hurting people that play long term versus the initial upfront. Welcome in, Alex. How's it going? How's the Tuesday and any Minecraft projects you're working on? Okay. So we're not mended as much as we want, but we do need to do more than just mend our tools on stream, so I think we'll go back to Inkwood. And thank you for the like and the follow. Appreciate it. And oh yeah, on that, like, not to get too soapboxy, but I think a yes and approach. So you give players like an initial challenge maybe, but once they have it, then it's a choice whether they want to continue to grind in that matter or do something another way. Because right now, most of what we're doing, I mean, we're not making use of anything after probably 119 or 118 even, as far as materials go. It's a lot of slabs and just digging. I mean, we'll probably use, some frog lights and stuff once we get to decorating more, but yeah. And I think it lends to the sandbox aspect and helps downplay the idea of overpowering, which you can't really have in a sandbox. Everyone likes to play different ways. And that's really what I want to, or really hope gets protected. And why we make the world available every 6 months. So if someone doesn't want to put this time in, but still wants a survival world, they can take this and do whatever. So what kind of Minecraft projects are you working on, Alex? If you don't mind me asking. And now we'll cut our soapbox moment short and start doing some grinding. So we are now in the ravine over in Inkwood, and we're going to take this down to bedrock. Which is so... You got 50 or so levels down to deep slate, and then another 60 to bedrock, give or take. So 110, 120 blocks. Oh yeah, this is the part where we're talking about we need to... We'll take that torch out and we'll widen this so that we don't fall down there. I mean, not that it would cause much damage, it's just don't want to have to keep going down and coming back up. There we go. And we get a lot of resources out of this, although it would also be nice to have renewable sand. I mean, more so than the Wandering Trader. So we could make more TNT to do these kind of larger projects. I don't mind here so much because we can use the material, but... do we not have... Oh. Nope. Okay. There we go. In the nether, we have several tens of millions of blocks that we need to clear out. So, so having the TNT there would be nice. Here, I would probably use it a little bit more sparing to dig some like boreholes to gauge how far down to go. So we could do some work from the bottom up as well. But the resource gathering here is also nice too. And it helps slow things down a bit, which I actually like. So we can, you know, take the time to think about the story, chat, and keep it more low-key and make the builds more story focused. So taking time to build them. And yeah. So we'll do this back and forth, back and forth. And we left our temporary bridge there. That's where the bridge is going to go, but it's not going to look so simple. We'll make it look like a proper bridge into a city that warrants the kind of bridge that we want for the kind of danger that this ravine would represent. We'd probably put some, you know, cobwebs and fireplaces. I think we can put haystacks in there and to get a little higher like mist effect coming, and we'll just put them low down enough that the fires aren't completely visible, or hide it as much as we can. And then put some water at the bottom, so while it wouldn't be impossible, at least it would make the actual danger, it would mitigate a lot of it. So you'd either fall into lava or cobwebs, although cobwebs slow you down, but I don't know if they have an impact if you hit them from a high momentum. I should probably look into that. The water will protect you, I know, but I don't know if cobwebs will. So that's something, yeah, because we want it to look like some, you know, mist coming off, so that the waterfalls on, I guess it would be the north and south side of Inkwood. North and south? Yeah, north and south. That there's a lot of mist coming up where those would meet the bottom of the ravine, but then there would be enough turbulence around the rest of it to merit some mist. To give it a little more character and a lived-in feel. Adds some, what's the word, some movement to the world. Welcome in, Liza. How's it going? Okay, so do we have... Is this one full? That one's full too, so we're probably going to need to... There we go. So that one's not quite full. We're probably going to need to add something though, so that we have a little more space. Okay. Let's grab as much stone as we can, and then we'll head and take a nap, and then we'll come back. And there we go. Stone gathered. Time to sleep. I mean, we could work through one more night, but I think we'll just sleep so that we can work during the day. Be safe, and because we have a time limit on today's stream, so we do need to head out in 25 minutes. 15 minutes. So we'll probably be a little bit late to our other thing. So I do want to make this an hour, so we'll probably start winding down as we get closer to the hour. Did we? Oh, right. Okay, so this is the line we're working on. And the stone here we'll send over to Haven's End because we still need a lot for that. So we're also trying to coordinate like resource positive projects and resource negative projects so that we have material to work on stuff. Welcome back, Anime World. And Mian. Alright, so we'll keep chipping away. I think we'll be able to get this layer done in the amount of time that we have left. Alright, saving the dirt for later. There we go. We're at level 56, so yeah. We're standing on 56, so that we're taking down level 57. So it's gonna be a process, but we'll get there in a couple weeks. Or a few weeks. Yeah, it's gonna be more than 2 weeks, but yeah. Happy with that. Happy with that. Oh, welcome in, Traffic Cone. Welcome back. There we go. I think this is gonna be last one in front of the step. Nope, one more. So we'll do one more pass in front of the step, and then we'll do the sides of the step. And this won't stay. This is all going to come down once we take the bridge all the way across, and then we'll do some decorative buttresses. I don't know. Buttress is probably the wrong architectural term for under a bridge, but if anyone knows it, feel free to pop that in the chat. Welcome in, Minecraft. The realm is private. However, if you go to our link tree, so linktr.ee/mindtripmedia, you'll find a link to GitLab, and we publish a download for this world every 6 months that you're welcome to use. And so the new world download is going to come at end of this month, early July. If you download it now, you'll get January's world backup. So the world itself is available, but the realm we're keeping private for now because we're trying to build a story within the world. And we're using a realm so that we can play cross-device on Bedrock. if we ever get big enough, we might do like a separate realm or server or something for like a patron style thing. But we're far away from being that big yet. Welcome in, Jenna. How's it going? All right. Right. Oh yeah, because we're gonna have to take. Oh, let me back up to that thought. I'm also thinking once we cut the stream here in a couple minutes, we need to remember to do our observation from the clock tower and do our recording from there so that we can clip it and add that to our list of videos so that we can make a time lapse of this once we get a little farther along. And we do need to do a monthly update, so it is into June now, so we need to do something. All right, so yeah, okay. Here, okay. Oh. Get rid of some of this so it looks a little cleaner. Okay. Guess we'll have to go to cobblestone. Welcome in, Stern is Gooder. How's it going? All right. Almost there, so should we fly? Yeah, we should fly back so that way we can do some mending later. So after we get this little bit done, we're going to do our view, or our progress view, clip that, or set it up so that we can clip it right after the stream ends. Yeah, so now this one we're going to need to, not actually going to do much with it. We're just going to set up lines so that we remember not to take out the step. Right, so leaving it like that. We're gonna need to put something down here to make this a little easier. I don't want another chest there. There we go. Yeah, we got some more scaffolding we can drop off to work with what we have in our hole over here. So it's a two-part, so that scaffolding goes down to deep slate. And then there's a little 3 or 4 blocks over, and then another little hole that goes down, and more scaffolding that goes to bedrock. Well, scaffolding and then a little gravel because we didn't bring enough scaffolding. So it looks like night is coming, which is fine. We'll sleep as soon as it lets us. That's probably be a little bit early. Oh no, perfect. Oh, thank you, Riva. Appreciate the follow. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Alright, so we're gonna go to the top of this. Will be our clock tower eventually. And then we're going to do our little progress view. We're going to note the time so that we can grab it afterwards. And then we're going to fly back to Inkwood. Fly back to Overmorrow. We're currently in Inkwood. So we're starting here from our bridge. We are at 47:30 seconds. Oh, thank you for the like, Zach. Appreciate it. We're gonna rotate around up here. Look at our lake in the back. You can see the cobblestone walls that are the perimeter of what's going to be the ravine on the north and south side. And so when we put the videos together, the water will, we'll see that draining. We have our step down section here. And then now we can see our bridge here and the progress we've made lowering that. So that is our progress update. That was 47:30 to about 48. Okay. And now we will go back to Overmorrow because we need to mend our tools. And we'll take a slightly different path, I guess. We don't necessarily need to follow the road because we just need to make it back to 0, 0. I guess we will need to go this way. So we're basically building on the 45-degree angle from spawn, from 0, 0. Which isn't necessarily spawn, but when I say spawn, I'm referring to 0, 0. The actual world spawn here is, like 50, 70 blocks off, something like that from spawn. Oh, oh, oh. And I think over on TikTok, I think the hearts emoji helps with joining the fan club thing. I'm still learning that aspect of it, so that was interesting. I mean, I know that wasn't there, but I guess that's a remnants of what was there in a previous version, and it's been pre-rendering that for weeks, so I don't know if there's something kind of the internal world database that hasn't updated for some reason. But anyway, we got a layer done. We're close to time. So we're going to go back to our tool mending. And what is our time? Well, we have 10 minutes or so. So what do we want to do? Maybe we'll take a look at some of these trees, see if we can get those to come down. Probably some wood in here that's not biodegrading. All right, grab that. All right, now we'll take out as much of this as we can, but it should fall on its own. Oh, on another piece. Oh, another piece there too. Do a little bit of these odds and ends to take up a few minutes, and then we'll go down and do our mending, because we do need to do mending over tools, but we're trying not to do it as often on stream. But trying to keep it more towards at least the grinding side of things, like the like lowering the layers and whatnot on the ravine, things that are a little bit more build related. We did not drop off our scaffolding, so we can actually use this. Guess that worked out. Oh, I see something in there, I think. There we go. Let's see, is there any more wood in here that we need to take care of? I think we're good there, okay. Pick up our resources and do one over here too. And I see the wood in here. Okay, perfect. I think that'd be good enough, right? Oh, more stuff fell. Good enough. Yeah, and those are the little passes we were talking about, like with the dirt paths and stuff. Like, is there a dirt path over here? Yeah, we can see it here. So little paths like this are just kind of the functional framing initially. Like a rough path of where we want to go. That way, if we decide we need to change the shape of the line, or we want to build something in the middle and have the path go somewhere else before it heads back to where it was going, that we can change it easier when it's just one block wide. And then once we have it all in place and we're happy with the line shape and how we're getting about, then we can widen it and, you know, put the flowers and the other little decorations that are more nuanced. And if we see you know, good ideas that others are building, like a lamppost or something like that that we didn't think of, then we'll try to put links to their videos, post, whatever it might be, so that we can give them you know, credit for the inspiration. Try to do that on stream. If nothing else, we'll try to save those whenever we see them, so that we can pull them in later. So we'll have at least like their usernames, handles, or whatever, so we can make some kind of thank you video. Link to that and create one of those every so often. So yeah, we've got 4 minutes or so, so I don't think that's too bad to spend down here mending tools, answering any questions in chat if anybody has questions. Minecraft related, streaming related, the story here, Legos, anime, food. Those are kind of like top of mind topics that I can think of. Trying to keep it in kind of that creative and building realm. And there we go. Okay. Yeah, so this will make it a little bit easier. One thing we do off stream is we'll either load this up. Well, we load it up typically on the Switch, let the mob fill up, and then take it down, and then rinse and repeat while we're working on other stuff. So like our story writing, learning other things, watching YouTube to build up some of our cloud skills, and putting notes together for other writing projects so that we can kind of keep our focus on one at a time, at least best we can, and not get too sidetracked so that we can actually get things done. Right. Yeah. So with that, I guess we can do our wind out, our outro. So yeah, thank you, Riva, Alex, Anime, Traffic Cone. Anime. Yeah, thank you everyone for the follows and likes on Twitch and TikTok. Appreciate it. If I missed anybody, feel free to drop that in the chat, or someone can remind me if they happen to see it. I appreciate all the help and the support. And thank you for joining day 498 of The Journey Begins. If you want to see more of what we're doing, you can check us out on Linktree. So linktr.ee/mindtripmedia. That will have links to the VODs for this over on YouTube. Our Mostly Lego Build channel is there as well. Links to this, the TikTok and Twitch and YouTube streaming are there as well. We'll have links to Pinterest, Blue Sky, our social media presence, and any other projects that are, any of our other digital projects are all there as well, or will be. They're ready. So if you want to check those out and see what we're working on, or if anything else we're working on is something you want to support, better check that out. And so with that, we will see you tomorrow for day 499 of The Journey Continues. We'll be working more in the ravine and probably brainstorming the layout, how we should what we should visit first and in what order for the world tour on Thursday. So thank you again for all of the likes and follows, and we'll see you tomorrow when the journey continues.